Today's video is a combination of repair for me, maybe maintenance for you. I'm going to replace my Serpentine belt because mine snapped, but if yours hasn't snapped and you just need to replace it, obviously it's the same process. You need to take off your fan clutch first, then a pulley and a bracket to access your Serpentine belt. That's simple. Now, here's my suggestion. If your if your fan clutch is anything like every other fan clutch, you're going to take a little longer than you want to. There's specific tools that you're going to need to take off your fan clutch, and I'm going to show you those. Make sure you're hydrated, make sure you're full, and let's get started. The first thing you want to do is obviously make sure they're the same size, they're the same width, they have the same groove pattern. Let's check out the groove pattern. You want to make sure that they have the same groove pattern, they are the same width, which these are, and you want to make sure that they're the same length. I'm using a 13mm wrench to disconnect the negative. You want to disconnect your negative anytime you're working on any electrical component on your vehicle. Put a little paper towel underneath to make sure that it doesn't connect. Remove everything out of your way so you can gain some access. To cover off, I'm going to move these airlines. First, remove your hose. Your upper fan shroud just pops right out of the way. And there's going to be a clip. You have a clip, it'll be attached right here. Unclip that, move it out your way. The next step is you have a harness that's connected to the bottom of the fan shroud. So you can just slide this harness out of the way, and then once you get it out of the way, you can easily disconnect it. Just your simple connection. The combination of one of these is going to get your fan clutch nut loosened. I have a 15-inch crescent wrench. I have an actual fan clutch nut wrench, 36mm. I have my channel locks. I have a pry bar. I have an actual fan clutch pulley holder, and then I have a fan clutch wrench set. This particular set ranges from 36mm all the way up to 83. So it does have the 36mm. Does have the 36mm. Put it on there nice and thick so it could take a super whack with a hammer. The combination of one of these will get the fan clutch nut off. You're going to have to use this tool right here. It's called a fan clutch pulley holder, and what it does, these little grooves hold the nuts. The nuts right here. Right now I have the fan clutch pulley holder on. I have my channel locks on, and in order to take your fan clutch off, you're going to have to turn it that way. Turn it towards the right side of the vehicle, towards the steering wheel. If your vehicle is in the United States, turn it that way. I've been trying to take off my fan clutch, and I have a variety of tools as I showed you. Now, this is the tool that holds the bolts. Look at that. Look at that. That's crazy. There's another tool. You see them? This was bent like that, and I banged it straight, as you can see right there. I've been on this for roughly 8 to 10 hours trying to get that fan clutch off. All I have to do is replace a Serpentine belt, and in order to do that, you have to take off the fan clutch. So I'm going to have to resort to some different measures. Now, some people might disagree with this, and I understand. You're going to say, hey, you did it wrong, you gave up. I understand that, but I need to take that thing off. So I will drill the actual nut off and then pry it, and yeah, that's what I'm doing. Now, this is an expensive route to take because point blank, the cheapest throughout the internet that I've found a fan clutch, because the fan clutch comes with the fan, is 200 and I think 206. That's the cheapest I've seen. So this is a very costly decision that I'm making. So yeah, chisel time, about to tear up something. I zoomed in on the fan clutch nut so you can see I drilled 3 pilot holes so I could pour brake fluid in to loosen up the tightness. I used a metal bit in my drill and I made sure not to go deep enough to mess up the pulley. In a second, I'll show you what this looks like outside the vehicle so you can get a better idea. Man, I am finally happy. The fan clutch nut just broke. Oh my goodness. This thing has taken me hours. It was on so tight. Unreal how tight this was. Now look, I have an 08 LR3. I don't know if this is for all the LR3s, but I have an 08. In order to take this fan clutch off, you need to turn right. If you're facing the car, you turn to your right, which is clockwise, to loosen this nut. As you see, you can see a gap and it is coming off. Yes. Oh, that's such a great feeling. Yeah. So just slipped off, but it'll work. As you see, like I showed you earlier, bent this tool, went and rented 3-4 tools, bought a couple tools just to take this stupid nut off. Oh well, next step. And here is this stupid fan. Here is this stupid fan. Alright, let me show you what's down in there. Now that I have the fan clutch off, I can show you exactly what I did up close. Right here you can see, right there you can see I drilled a pilot hole and I was able to pump in some brake fluid, and then I simply turned the fan clutch. It turned around the spine and the brake fluid oil was able to break up the corrosion, and then I was able to take it off. Like I said, very costly decision. It ended up costing me to have to buy a new fan clutch, which it actually turned out for the best, because I was looking at my old fan and it was a few little chips and nicks gone anyway, so most likely I was going to need to replace this sometime in the future, so I went ahead and got it out of the way. But that's how I had to take that off. Right here on the right is my old fan blade and fan clutch, and I just bought me a brand new one. On the fan blade itself, I had a few pieces that I had chipped up a little bit, so I said, what the heck, I'm doing all this, I might as well buy me a new blade and a new fan clutch, because eventually it's going to go out anyway. So this particular company packs this extremely well. Man, this thing was taped together. So here is the new one. Which it is an identical match. Just identical. But it's brand new. Let's see how it spins. Let's see how it spins. I can hold it. Very very smooth spinning. Okay, so let's put this in, and then yeah, we're done. The first thing that you're going to realize is you have two belts. You have a small one, and then you have your big serpentine belt. The small one powers your fan. You have two belt tensioners. The one in the front is a 1/2 inch drive, and then the one back here, this is a 3/8. The only thing that you need to do is, I already loosened it. I took off the first belt, and then you take the bolts out of this pulley, and when they're out of that pulley, you're going to have to take this bracket out. You take this bracket out because right there, your serpentine belt goes under that slot. And I'll put a diagram up because obviously my serpentine belt broke, so I don't have it to reference from. Now, since I'm here, I'm going to check all my pulleys. I'm going to check both of my belt tensioners, see how they're spinning. And I notice on this one right here, that one just spins pretty free, but on this one, it kind of spins a little hard. So I'm going to take this one off and look at it a little closer. It's just a simple 13mm bolt, and don't worry, the bolt doesn't come out. As I spin this pulley, see how fast it stops? It doesn't really have a smooth, well, it's smooth, but it doesn't really spin well. So I'm going to replace this so that I don't have another catastrophic breakdown. To take off the pulley off of the belt tensioner, it's a simple 13mm bolt. Unscrew that, take your bolt, your washer out, take your pulley off, get your new pulley, put it on, washer, and the 13mm bolt. I'll tighten it all the way down. Nice good spin. Nice good spin, just how I like it. Here's the bracket the fan clutch tightens up to, and this is where the pulley sits on. The pulley has 3 8mm bolts. This bracket has 6 8mm bolts. You simply take it off, then you can slide the serpentine belt right behind it. And I would test this particular pulley as well, just to see how it spins. If not, replace this so you don't have to ever come back under here again. And then this is the last thing that you have to take off to put both belts on. Just as a side note, these bolts do come out, so be careful because you don't want to drop them. My serpentine belt is back on. I suggest you either look at the diagram or you make your own diagram because it is a little confusing. Next, I'm going to put this bracket back on that holds that pulley. Then I put my tensioner back. Obviously, here's a perfect time for you to inspect your fan belt. And if that looks good, inspect all your hoses, inspect harnesses, inspect everything that you can inspect right now. Once that's tightened, then you take your belt tensioner, you put it back on, you take your fan clutch, and you tighten your fan clutch right here. You might need the same tools. You might not, I don't know. You tighten that down, then you put everything back on. Here's the last visual check I'm going to do before I put the fan clutch back on. I just wanted to make sure all the belts and pulleys were operating properly. When you get to the point where you're putting stuff back on, you're happy. I just put the bottom fan shroud in, and I went over checking. This is the third check that I've made of my hoses, the harnesses, make sure nothing's leaking, and I found a hose that wasn't quite as tight as I wanted. So always do triple checks. you're almost scared to put it on super, super tight because you don't want to go through that again. But snug it up. Put it on tight. Just don't tighten it down with all the power in your body in case you ever have to take it off. Connecting the wire harness. Slide that back into place. Take the upper shield. Put the engine cover back on, put the oil cap on, and I'm done. Woohoo! Okay, everything is back together, everything is tight, everything is working, and now I'm done. Wasn't that easy? You know, actually, now that I think about it, it really wasn't that hard of a job now that I'm done. Looking back, if I knew what I know now, I would take hours off of doing this job. Just like any time you're working on your car and you come across a part or a task that you've never done, it's a little difficult at first just because you don't know the angles to go at, you don't know what specialty tools you might need. This was no different. But it's done. Hopefully I edited this so you can see that it's not that hard of a job. If you've made it this far, I really appreciate it. Matter of fact, why don't you share this video with someone else since you found it interesting? Maybe they will too. That's what YouTube is all about, people helping people. So, as usual, I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. I'll be sure to get back at you. You guys have a good one.